You hear that? That's the sound of $2.9 trillion. That sound is the secret to making you money like this.
I just made $90,000 within 5 days. That's incredible.
Of hitting the Trade Now button whenever I received a profit signal, I made over $17,000 one day.
I've made over $239,000 in the last 2 weeks.
Thanks to your software, I'm now earning $13,000 a day.
In the last 5 days alone, I've made in excess of $85,000 US. That's close to $14,000 to $15,000 US dollars per day.
Over $12,000 a day, and all thanks to the Cobalt Code.
See, that annoying sound you just heard comes from the mines of Madagascar off the coast of Africa, a place where people risk their lives to get their hands on a precious metal you haven't even heard of, but use every day. It's more valuable than silver, gold, or platinum combined, and you probably don't even know its name. It's a metal that's made greedy corporations trillions of dollars. A metal that allowed me to transform my life from barely surviving, slaving paycheck to paycheck, to sitting on a cool $637 million fortune. It's helped a small group of regular people make a guaranteed $12,875 to $17,689 a day from it. And if you're lucky, it could make you this much and more.
Hi, my name is Bradley Hopkins, and I gotta tell you something first. I'm no expert when it comes to technology, computers, or even trading software for that matter. So when I heard about Grant's Cobalt Code software, I wasn't sure if it was gonna work for me. But let me tell you, this software is amazing. I just made $90,000 within 5 days. That's incredible. And I'm telling you, it works. All you gotta do is go on there and hit the Trade Now button when it tells you to, and you make a profit every single time. It's changed my life, and I have to thank Grant for that, because I wouldn't be the same right now without it. This money flowing, priceless.
Hi, I'm Grant Stone, and I am a Cobalt multi-millionaire. But not in the way you think. See, for 23 years and 7 months, Cobalt has been my life. I've lived and breathed it until eventually I found a way to use my knowledge of this one simple metal to make life-changing profits like this. But I wasn't always this rich. In fact, just 2 years and 7 months ago, I was just like you. I was a mid-level worker in the cobalt mines of Madagascar off the coast of Africa. And like a lot of guys, I had a job that paid me just enough to get by. And if I'm being honest, my life kind of sucked. I had no respect from my greedy corporate bosses and spent most of my time with locals on real slave wages, often in highly dangerous conditions. And I did this a lonely 8,578 miles away from my home and family in Connecticut, USA. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is so you can see that I'm a real working man. I'm not one of them. I'm no corporate fat cat. I may have more money than I could possibly spend in 17 lifetimes, but I literally started my working life in the mines, and it took me 20 years to dig my way out of the crappy life they wanted me to live. Now, you probably haven't even heard of cobalt, or if you have, you don't know what it is. And I'll get to all that in a second, but first, let me tell you what I can do for you. See, you've received an exclusive invitation to this private video because I reached out to a few influential guys and asked them to send ordinary people like you who I can help make money like this. Now, the reason you're here is simple. It's because you're meant to be here. Like me just a few years ago, You need help, and you need some real money. I had a couple of beta testers over last night. I want you to see the clip. I want you to see the money these guys are making.
Sure.
Kathy, it is really great to see you. So, is John coming along pretty soon?
Yeah, he just texted me. He should be here pretty soon.
Great, great. So it's been about 4 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
You know very well it's going better than ever, thanks to you and your Cobalt code.
And to think you didn't believe me when I told you that I could help you make some real money.
Well, you know how it is. I mean, I've obviously seen all the money that you're making, and this place is amazing.
Yeah.
But I never thought you could help me make the kind of money I'm making now. I guess I just didn't think that what you're doing would work for me.
Well, that's exactly why we're here, Kathy, so you can share how the Cobalt Code has helped change your life.
Where to start? Where to start?
Oh, just take a deep breath and start where you feel the most comfortable.
Well, the most shocking thing is that it worked right away. I made over $2,900 the first day. I couldn't believe it. And it was the easiest thing in the world. The first few days, all I did was trade manually by clicking the Trade Now button. And each time I clicked that little button, I made money. It was that simple. You know me, Grant. Computers aren't my thing. I mean, I'm not really a techie kind of person. But your system does all the work for me. And once I got more confident, I set the system to auto trade. And that was the moment I understood what you meant when you said it would solve all my financial problems. Wow, it did. It was at the perfect time, too. As you know, I was getting behind on my mortgage payments and the bills were stacking up. I was desperate for something to solve my problem. And this solved everything and then some.
Okay, so just how fast did you make money?
I remember making over $12,957 on just my 4th day using the software. That was when I decided to trust the system and turn the auto trading on. It was amazing. That's when I knew you had changed everything for me.
But it was you who did it. I mean, you took action. I just helped. So how much would you say you're making most days?
Well, I could show you my bank account.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Wow. $367,578.98. Wow, that is pretty impressive, Kathy. And this is just from the last 4 weeks, am I right?
Yeah, I can't believe it either. I mean, over $12,000 a day, and all thanks to the Cobalt code. You know, Grant, I can't even put it into words. For years, I have struggled to pay the bills, put food on the table. You know, I'm a single mom, and looking after 2 kids, it's just not easy. There's always more and more bills. But now I can get my kids anything they want. Yeah. New clothes, a car, literally anything is possible now. I mean, I can't believe that just a few weeks ago, I was worried I couldn't pay the mortgage. And now, I can buy us a new home in a nice part of town for cash. This means so much to me and my family. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm just so happy that we could help you. And I really appreciate you sharing your story with the guys that are watching. Oh, doorbell. I think John's here.
Oh.
John, hey.
Hey, Grant.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too.
Come on in. So can I get you something to drink? Maybe a beer, a glass of wine?
A beer would be great.
Okay.
Thank you. Hey, Kathy, how you doing?
Good, John. How are you?
Kathy was just telling us how the Cobalt Code has worked for her.
Well, you know, I don't know that my experience can top hers. I know she's made an awful lot of money.
Don't sell yourself short, John. You've done pretty well. You know, John here is an old friend of mine. He's an engineer. You know, the kind that drives trains up until recently. Weren't you, John?
I was up until I started using your software. I got to tell you, Grant, it couldn't have come at a better time. The last few years have been really rough. The train industry's dying. There's no money in it. So when you called me and told me you could help me out, I was like, thank God. I got to tell you, Grant, wow, this software has changed everything for me.
Well, you know, we've got some guys watching right now who might also get a copy of the Cobalt Code software. Care to tell them exactly what happened?
Sure. Well, Grant and I reconnected through a mutual friend after about 20 years. When Grant heard that I was having money problems, he offered to help me. He told me he had a special system that only even a few guys knew about, and it could help me make some money. I didn't need much convincing. I was in.
And how much have you made now?
Oh, I can't believe it, but I've made over $239,000 in the last 2 weeks. That's more than I made in the past 5 years of my old job.
And do you prefer to trade manually, or did you set the software to auto trade?
To begin with, I traded manually, just to make sure I was making a profit.
Yeah.
But then after 4 days of making big profits every time I clicked that button, I just set it to auto trade and let it do its thing.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate it. Okay, guys, that's about it for now. It's time for me to catch up with my friends here and have a few drinks to celebrate. I hope you found it helpful to meet Kathy and John. They've been using the Cobalt Code for just a short period of time now, and they've already freed themselves from every financial chain and burden they had. You can too if you're lucky enough to join me today. I'll sign off for now and we can pick things up in the morning. So.
Oh, Grant, I
Yeah.
wanted to tell you, John, you too, about a moment I had last week when I was trading. It blew my mind.
Hey there. Good morning. Now, if you were listening to the ordinary people you've just seen, you'll understand that you don't even need to know what Cobalt is to make a steady $12,875 to $17,689 a day with it, if you have the right tools and the right guy on your side. See, I'm one of the few people on the planet who can make this kind of money trading Cobalt. Not because I'm special, but because I've lived Cobalt so goddamn long, I understand it better than almost anyone. And thanks to a friend of mine way smarter than I am, I can turn my Cobalt knowledge into money. Lots of money. And not just for me. I've already helped 23 ordinary people just like you make between $12,875 and $17,689 a day from it, all thanks to a simple tool we now call the Cobalt Code. I'm going to show you a clip of when I went to meet Elizabeth. She lives near my country home in San Diego. I want you to see how the Cobalt Code has helped change her life. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Elizabeth, it is so good to see you.
And it's so good to see you too.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. So you've been using the Cobalt Code software for a little while now, yeah?
Yeah.
And I think you've already gotten some great results.
Oh, yes. And then you remember how frightened I was because I'm so useless with computers.
I do.
And I just did not think that I could use this software. But I had to try. I had to try because I had to pay the bills. I desperately needed some cash, and this just looked like the kind of thing that would help me pay the bills.
And I think I'm right in saying that you got started pretty quickly, right?
Oh, I was so surprised.
How much are you making from the Cobalt Code software?
Would you like to see one of my accounts?
Yeah, I really would. Wow, that's impressive, Elizabeth. In the last month, I see you've made a profit of $367,875.76. That's great. I guess this is changing quite a bit for you, yeah?
It's changed my life incredibly for me and my family. I gave my son a down payment deposit for a house.
Wow.
I bought my granddaughter a brand new car.
You're a hero, Grandma.
Yeah. And who would have thought just a few months ago I was so worried about paying the bills. Yeah. And now look at me. I can now go out and buy my own house with cash. I mean, it's amazing.
Elizabeth, we are just happy for you. And I want to thank you for sharing your story with all of us. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Now, maybe you've heard of Cobalt, but don't know what it is. And that's good, because no one else knows what it is either. It's a secret metal that massive corporations use to make billions every year. I've used it to generate an incredible $217 million in the last 11 months. And more importantly, it's made 23 ordinary guys just like you between $367,000 and $579,000 each in the last month alone. That's an average of $17,689 a day and a minimum of $12,875 every single day. But if I'm going to help you make money like this from cobalt, I need you to understand something very important. I may have a life-changing bank account now, but I'm about as far removed from those greedy multi-billion-dollar corporations as is humanly possible. They make their billions illegally, exploiting the system, using illegal insider information. See, these corporate fat cats don't give a damn about anyone but themselves. And that's exactly what makes me proud, to be different from that corporate scum. I make my money being smart, and I'm doing everything I can to help ordinary guys use my knowledge and my technology to make them profits like this. But before I show you how trading cobalt will get you rich, making a minimum of $12,875 a day, I'll tell you how it got me rich. It matters because I was just like you. The thing is, I'm no trader. I'm no finance whiz. I'm a normal guy. My life has been hard. Opportunities just seem to pass me by. Someone else always seemed to take my chance to get rich, so I slaved. I had to. And I wasted over 21 years slaving for someone else. 21 long years on the outside of real wealth. I worked hard for a mediocre wage while fat cat executives made billions in one of the most hellish environments on the planet, Africa. Because that's where ultra-rich cobalt comes from. The nightmarish mines of Madagascar and Katanga. It's so bad, some mining chiefs used to chain the workers so that they couldn't run away. That's the kind of place where you make billions of dollars. And they can't run those mines themselves. Those corporate fat cats are lazy. That's why they use low-cost guys like I used to be. See, I just wanted a decent, comfortable life, using my mining knowledge. That's how they got me working at that hellhole on slave wages. That's how I got to know the cobalt business inside and out. I kept the whole thing going, and I was shocked by what I found. Cobalt showed me the truth. It showed me how little you really get paid, while corporations rake in massive profits so giant they're hard to imagine. That was my tiring, dead-end job. That's where I learned the top dogs of the cobalt industry are screwing you. You see, it's not just exploited mine managers like me getting burned. It's everyone, even you. Your favorite electronics like iPhones and Macs are so expensive because of cobalt, because they're manipulating the price. That's how they get rich, really rich, billion-dollar rich. Now, they aren't stupid. There's no way they'd risk money on a gamble. Whenever these cobalt billionaires want to make more billions, they connive together to manipulate the price so they know which way to trade before anyone else. Makes total sense until you realize that it's me and you who pay the price. But it doesn't have to be this way, because I've developed a system that's won almost every single cobalt trade in the last 2 years. Using my intimate knowledge of the cobalt business, I outtrade the cobalt billionaires, winning an incredible 98.79% of all trades. And it's not just me that gets rich. It's everyone using my system. See, this system has made 23 ordinary zero-skill people real-life millionaires already. And the next person to join these regular guys making million-dollar profits could be you. I want you to meet another one of my beta testers. His name is Tom.
Come on in. Great to see you again. Have a seat.
It's good to see you too. Thanks for meeting with us today.
Of course, of course.
Now, I know you've had some great success using the Cobalt Code software. Would you mind sharing some of your stories with the people here today?
Well, I want to let all the people watching know, I don't know anything about computers. I mean, if I can make this work, anybody can. It's like it's on autopilot. You just let the software do its own thing.
And you say you've made money using the software. Would you mind showing us some examples?
I thought you'd never ask. Take a look.
Heck, that's a lot of money there, Tom. You've made a profit of $497,349.87. That's really great.
It's like it's on autopilot. I don't have to do anything.
Well, I guess this shows what a difference it can make if you've got the right tools.
It makes every difference in the world. And look, I'm going to say it again. If I can get the system to work, anybody can.
We are so happy for you, Tom.
You know, this has made such a difference in my life. It has literally changed my life. I've had enough money to pay off my credit cards, and there's money left over. Money for vacations, for the kids, for clothes. I was able to buy a brand new car with cash. I just can't thank you enough.
Well, that's what the system is all about, helping real people make some real money.
Thanks again.
Oh, absolutely. Now, before we see if you are the right person to join me and my small group of millionaire friends, I want to make one thing very clear. I'm not revealing my secrets so I can get rich. I've already got enough cash in 9 bank accounts to last 17 lifetimes. My motivation is more personal than this. You see, I know what it's like to be where you are now. I know what it's like to slave year after year while the guys who screw you take everything. I know what that weight feels like. I know how it crushes your soul. I know what it's like to have no money, no time, and no respect. And I can honestly say, it's ruining your life. The guys who run these greedy corporations treat us like garbage. They abuse us while taking as much money as they can. They never give you the chance to make it big yourself. Instead, they chain you like an animal. They do whatever it takes to crush you with debt and stress you out. And it's not an accident. It's intentional. When I started in the cobalt industry, I thought it was just bad luck that things were rough. Until one day, I saw the company's books. I was shocked by what I found. You see, they don't want people like you and me to find out just how simple and easy it can be to make big money. Because if you were rich, if you were free, if you were making a minimum of $12,875 a day living the easy life, they'd lose their power over you. And more than anything, they want you to be their slave. But if you're lucky, and if you move fast, you may have just found a way to beat these corporate scum at their own game and use their techniques and tricks to make you some serious money.
Hi there, it's Raylyn from Sydney. I just wanted to say to Grant, thank you so much for helping me and my family. What can I say? You just made us rich and financially free. Look, I didn't even know anything about cobalt or, trading, and, I still don't really. But thanks to your software, I'm not earning $13,000 a day. Not joking. So, it's been really good because, now my kids can go to a school that they deserve. I managed to buy my last property with cash, so there's no mortgages. So it makes a really big difference. So I'm really grateful for everything and for coming across, your software and for all your help. So I really appreciate it. So thanks so much, Grant.
You see, I'm sharing something special with you today, something that can get you out of slavery to these greedy corporate fat cats, something that can give you complete power over your future, something that will make you free. I'm taking the real secrets to their money-making techniques and putting them out in the open. All their trading know-how, all their secret insider trading, allowing them to pull in billions of dollars. I'm ready to expose it all. See, that's what the Cobalt Code really is. It's a secret I'm ready to share with you today. See, if you're lucky, you may be able to join me in making tens of millions of dollars. And there's nothing they or anybody else can do about it. Because with the system that you may qualify to use in just a few short moments, No one can stop you from becoming seriously rich. Really nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you.
Thanks for meeting with me.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you're new to the Cobalt Code software, and I would like you to tell us how it's been for you so far.
Well, I have to tell you, I don't know very much about computers. I mean, my kids tease me all the time because I even need help with the email. You know, not long ago I was laid off from work, but the bills keep coming in, and so I was looking for a way to earn some extra money, and then I learned about this software program, and I don't have a lot of experience with computers, but I was really surprised how quick and easy it was to get started.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at your accounts and see how much money you've made so far.
Okay.
Okay? Here are your profits from the last month. Yes, there. You can see you've made a total profit of $457,558.89. Not bad.
I've never earned this kind of money in all my life. Why did I wait this long? Oh my goodness. I don't know what else to say, but thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. We're just happy for you. Now, it's incredibly important you remember this is like nothing you've ever seen before. This is not binary trading. In fact, it's not like any kind of trading you've ever seen before. There's no software to install, no gimmicks, no tricks or fancy nonsense, no trading bot that loses all of your hard-earned cash. You get a direct line to me, my experience, my insider knowledge, my edge over everyone else. My guaranteed profits that have generated ordinary people just like you millions of dollars. And the best part is, this is 100% legal insider information. It's the kind you get only after working decades in the cobalt industry. My system gives you access to the same secret information that the richest mining billionaires hoard for themselves. They're making mountains of money, they're rich beyond belief, and they're screwing you by hiding this knowledge away until now. See, now you can stick it to them. Now you can make your own mountains of money, a minimum of $12,875 a day, and there's nothing they can do to stop you. For decades, those greedy executives enjoyed profits you could only dream of. Now you have a chance to join the ranks of the rich and powerful. Now you can finally get ahead. Now you can be the top dog, the big man at the top of the totem pole. But there's one thing. Only a small specific group of people can enter. You see, I can only send these money-making signals to so many people. You could be one of them. If you've never had a shot at real wealth, then my system will change your life, but only if you move very fast. Now, if you feel like you're ready to join me right now, all you have to do is follow these simple instructions in a few short moments. In under 3 minutes, I'm going to invite you to enter your email address in the bar to your right. My team will see if there's space for you in this exclusive system. If you're accepted, you'll be taken to the next screen with some easy instructions for you to follow. But before you press the button next to this screen, you might want to learn some more about how the Cobalt Code can work for you. How I unearthed the key to generating a cool $637 million in profit in just 2.5 years. And how regular guys just like you are pulling in a minimum of $12,875 a day with zero trading experience and zero skills. Allow me to take you by the hand and show you how I developed a system so simple it turned 23 normal, zero-skill people into real-life millionaires. I'm going to go ahead and log into one of our members' accounts. This account belongs to one of our new members called Mark James. He's been with us for a short period of time now, approximately 4 weeks. You can see here, if I just move the screen, his balance of $586,246.88. And now I'm going to show you exactly how he has reached this incredible balance within this short 4-week period. And I'll also show you the way most of our members begin using the Cobalt Code software. So, the first thing I'm going to do is turn Auto Trade off. And I'm going to show you how you can make money manually with 100% control from the Cobalt Code. I'm just going to move the screen a little bit so you can see what I mean. Okay, here we go. We're going to click the Trade Now button here. And soon you'll see we do whatever the software tells us to do. In this case, it tells us to buy. In other cases, it will tell us to sell. That's also fine. Basically, the Cobalt Code software is designed to make you a profit every time. So we do what it tells us to do, which is to click the Buy button. It asks us to wait briefly and then completes the trade. And in a few short moments, we'll see how our profit has increased in our trade history. You can see in our trade history all the trades that we've won recently. As you can see, we just traded Cobalt. We traded at $350, and the profit that we've made is a very healthy $655.67. Not bad for clicking one button. So let me now show you how that improved Mark's overall balance. And here you can see now Mark has a balance of $586,902.55. So by clicking this one button, we've made a profit of $655.67, which has been added here to the balance you can see at the top of the screen. To make this $655.67 profit, all we did was click the Trade Now button. When it tells you to buy, you click the Trade Now button and then click Buy. When it tells you to sell, you click the Trade Now button and then click Sell. It's really as simple as that. Now, if you're paying close attention, you'll see that the Cobalt Code doesn't just trade Cobalt. This is so we can give you the maximum number of profit opportunities. As you can see here, as well as Cobalt, you also have the opportunity to trade nickel, copper, iron, and manganese. These are all metals that I'm an expert in, as they all come from the mines of Madagascar. And because I've worked with these metals for over 20 years, I'm able to predict the exact moment to buy and sell them with an astounding 98.79% accuracy. So although we call our system the Cobalt Code, and although it is strongly focused on Cobalt, the software also gives you the opportunity to make extra profit with the exact same level of certainty from additional metals. This is great for those moments when the value of Cobalt may be changing less frequently. It means you'll also get chances to profit on other high-profit metals such as iron, nickel, manganese, and copper, which of course means more money for you. Now, you may have also noticed here we have a very important countdown here on the orange Trade Now button. Basically, when I send you these profit signals, there is a reasonably short period of time in which you should trade these metals. Like all commodities, their value can change rapidly, and we need to keep ahead of that and make you the most amount of profit as possible, as safely as possible, which is the reason why we give you a reasonably short window of opportunity in which to either buy or sell the metals presented here in the Cobalt Code software. But please remember, you're under no obligation to trade at any time. Whenever you wish, you can simply wait. You can go and have a cup of coffee. You can go and meet up with friends and relax. There really are no rules. See, the great thing about your software is you have full control. You can trade as little or as much as you want. You decide at all times. You can see here now that this window of opportunity has closed for Cobalt. And now there's a new opportunity to sell Cobalt. So what you do then, once you're ready to sell, is click the Trade Now button here. Or you can do the same for manganese. Just click the Trade Now button here and buy. And that's it, really. As you've seen, we had the Auto Trade button off for this example. This is what you would do as a beginner. This is what a lot of beginners prefer to do. They like the feeling of control, of being able to trade themselves, being able to decide when they trade by simply clicking the Trade Now button. But when you get to a nice balance, let's say you go to $100,000 in profit, for example, you may decide then to simply turn the Auto Trade button on. And once you click this button, there is no need to do anything more. All of these trades will now be done automatically for you. The auto trade function is one of our members' favorite features, as it makes it incredibly easy for you to profit while you enjoy life and all the money you've made. Basically, you can reach a balance such as this by trading manually, by waiting for my profit signals to come to you and clicking the Trade Now button. But let's say, for example, you want to take the day off, or you don't want to be clicking any more buttons. It's absolutely fine. All you have to do is simply click the Auto Trade button here. I'll just show you that a little bit more closely now. Okay, I've just increased the size of my screen here so you can still see Mark's balance of $586,902.55. And here, if you wish to auto trade, you simply click the Auto Trade button and the software does all the work for you. There's literally nothing else for you to do. You click the auto trade button and the software trades on your behalf. And each time you come back, you'll see your balance has increased. And of course, as control is such an important factor with the Cobalt Code, you are, of course, not obliged to trade relatively large amounts like $350. You may prefer to start very, very simply and safely and trade $25 each trade. You will still make a very, very nice profit every single time you trade, whatever amount you choose. The important thing to remember here is you have full control. And once you build up your confidence, once you see the Cobalt Code software is making you a profit time and time again, you may decide to increase your trade amount to $50. I know Mark, for example, started off very small. I think he was trading initially at the beginning $25 a time, and I think his balance came up to something like $30,000 or $40,000, and then he gradually moved up to $50 trades. Then his profits increased even faster, so he started trading $100 each time. His profits increased faster again, so he moved up to $200 trades. And as you can see now, he's been trading recently at $350 a time. This is because Mark knows what he's going to get. He knows he's going to make a profit every single time he trades with the Cobalt Code software. And now you can see he has this very, very handsome profit. Over $500,000, nearly $600,000 that he has amassed in just the last 4 weeks. So that's it, basically. That's the Cobalt Code software. And if you're lucky, you can be using this software in the next few minutes. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Developing this money-making system wasn't easy, but eventually I did it. See, I didn't know it at the time, but the 23 years I dedicated to the cobalt industry as a low-level executive, otherwise known as a poorly paid corporate slave, were the key to me making over $637 million in pure cash profits, and the opportunity I needed to be able to help people just like you make money like this. And it was all thanks to a chance meeting in my hometown of Middleton, Connecticut in the USA. See, around 5 years ago, I was back home after a grueling 4 months in the mines when I bumped into my old buddy, Steve Corral. Steve and I went way back. We were practically brothers. But it had been years since I'd last seen him, and he wasn't doing well. My old buddy Steve was an outsider just like me. The trading company he worked for didn't pay him much. They never gave him a shot because he had no connections, no Harvard degree, no friends in the right places. Oh, Steve had plenty of know-how and the desire to get rich, but nobody that was willing to give him the chance he needed to finally get ahead. We started sharing war stories about our scumbag bosses and how they were sucking us dry for nothing more than slave wages. And that's when we both had an epiphany, a realization so big it eventually made us over $1 billion combined. See, we eventually realized we could combine Steve's massive trading expertise and my unique insider knowledge of the cobalt industry to create a system that gives us an unbeatable edge over the entire market. But of course, life's never that easy, and we definitely didn't get overnight success. We spent years until we even came close to perfecting the system. I had to get in real close with those nasty mining executives to find out how they were manipulating the market and how we could make their tricks work for us. It took me 2 years and 7 months to gain all of the valuable intel we needed, but eventually we developed a system that guaranteed almost every trade would be a win. That's right. Thanks to my legal insider knowledge and my 23 years of experience and the years I spent learning all the dirty tricks the greedy corporations use to manipulate the markets, my simple-to-use system was able to successfully trade huge profits with an astonishing 98.79% success rate. And we've now used this system for almost 3 years. It's made us filthy rich. And if you're accepted onto the team, it could make you rich too.
Hi, my name's Jack McDonald. In the past, I've tried lots and lots of different ways to try and make some money, but with no real great success. Then, someone sent me a copy of Grant's Cobalt Code software, and I've got to tell you, it's absolutely changed my life. In the last 5 days alone, I've made in excess of $85,000 US. That's close to $14,000 to $15,000 US per day. It's absolutely changed my life. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Go on. It might be the best decision you ever make. Thank you so much, Grant. You've changed my life.
See, for a very short period of time, we're opening the Cobalt Code to the world. And you could be one of the guys we allow to join us and make money like this. You could be one of the few to escape the rat race and finally put yourself onto the path of financial freedom. But before you go clicking the button next to this screen, let me be 100% honest with you. See, even though I've got more money than I'll ever need, enough for 17 lifetimes and more, I'm pretty much alone. See, although I was called a manager of the mines I was responsible for, it was still a dangerous job. And I got hurt, badly hurt. One day, some pockets of toxic gas exploded and left me crippled for a number of years. I couldn't have kids, and I won't be able to have a family, ever. There's no one I can pass my fortune on to. That's why I started helping other people copy my success. First, I made my friends rich beyond belief, and I got my pleasure seeing these regular guys enjoying $4,000 bottles of champagne, Ferraris, yachts, and the most expensive jewelry money can buy. I get a real rush of excitement just from helping them change their lives, seeing the happiness bursting from their body. It's incredibly rewarding seeing friends' stress float away and their tension vanish, because it's not really about the money at all. It's what it does for you. It makes you feel free, like you weigh less than a feather. You finally feel confident, like you can do anything. And you can when you're making $12,875 a day or more. Can you imagine how great that freedom feels? I felt more joy than I'd ever felt before because I shared that freedom with other people. 23 people to be exact. 23 zero-skill people went from being poor to wealthy with the Cobalt Code. They went from stressed to happy, from slaves to truly free. They were just like you. They came from all kinds of places, from all kinds of backgrounds. If Cobalt can make them feel happier than they ever thought possible, it can do that for you too. But here's the catch. This is a signal system. That means I send the signals myself. Even though many parts of my system are automated, the core is my insider knowledge, and I can only manage so many members at once. I can manage at most 109 extra guys. Sending these signals manually takes time and effort. It means I can only let a small amount of people inside my inner circle. But it also means if you grab a spot, you're set for life. It means you make more money because every trade you make comes directly from me. I know exactly which way the market will go. I know exactly how to turn regular people with no starting cash into real-life millionaires making $12,875 a day. But there's only so many trades I can do in a day, and every additional member I have to send my signals to makes it harder. So I can only free 109 of you from poverty. Now I've already made 23 regular people richer than they ever thought possible. So that leaves just 86 places. 86 regular people just like you have the chance to get stupendously rich. 86 normal guys will taste success, a life of riches and luxury. If 100% legal, ethical riches and a stress-free life are something you'd like, then the Cobalt system is for you. The only question is, will you move fast enough to grab a spot? See, the Cobalt Code wins a consistent 98.79% of all trades. It's been proven so many times, it's guaranteed to make anyone who uses it into genuine, real-life millionaires. See, the Cobalt Code gives you more than security. It gives you more than a life of riches. It gives you the respect you deserve. It gives you freedom. Freedom from stress. Freedom from poverty. Freedom from slavery. No more waking up to a boss you don't like. No more soul-crushing work. You'll only know the good life, the joy of waking every morning knowing the bills are paid. And you can do anything you want, go anywhere you want, buy anything you want. And the best part is, I'm giving it to you 100% free. That's right, you heard correct. I'm giving it to you for free. But now there's only 48 spots left. Since we opened the doors just a few days ago, almost half the free spots have gone. I only allowed a handful of guys to even know about this, but the word is getting out fast. There's no telling how long these spots will last. And they could be gone in days, in hours, or even in just a few minutes. So getting your Cobalt Code membership fast is everything. If you're ready to change your life and live the way you truly want, then follow these easy steps. Number 1, enter your best email next to this video. I'll be sending you information valued at over $129,000, so make sure all the information is correct. Number 2, hit the big button and immediately start enjoying daily profits between $12,875 and $17,689. And remember, if you are lucky enough to join me and my team and grab one of the last spots as a Cobalt Code member, you will see within minutes its incredible life-changing power. You'll be withdrawing a rough minimum of $12,000 each day to your personal accounts to spend as you wish. And remember, this is your money. Nobody else can touch it. Not myself, and definitely not the broker I introduce you to. Nobody, just you, will have access to profits like this. You'll soon join the richest and most successful elite money makers on the planet. And you'll understand that the possibilities are literally endless when you have the right tools and the right people to help you. Literally anyone can profit using the Cobalt Code. You don't need to have any experience to make money right away at the push of a button.
Hi, I'm Lori, and I just wanted to say thank you, Grant. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, I'm making almost $15,000 every single day. I really didn't know too much about Cobalt and trading, and I still kind of don't, but I was able to buy my mom a new car, send my kids to the school that they deserve, and I was able to pay off all my credit card debt. So it's all thanks to you. I really appreciate it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really helped me to earn some money. So thank you very much.
Total beginners are making tens of thousands of dollars a day using the Cobalt Code right now. It's literally impossible for you to fail, as it is programmed flawlessly. Put simply, it will always work. It will always make you money. And no matter what direction the market is heading, you will make profits like this. And to make this the smartest and most significant life-changing decision you've made possibly ever, I'm going to give the first 27 people to click the button next to this video and activate their software on the next page an additional sign-up bonus worth a cool $27,000. I'll reveal more on the next page if you're one of the lucky 27 fast movers. Now remember, the money you're about to be making just minutes from the moment you click the button next to this video is your money. Your trading account acts as your own personal bank account, and only you have access to it, and only you can transfer money from it anytime you like. You are in full control. And in case you still weren't sure, the Cobalt Code is completely free to use. You can close your wallet, put away those credit cards. I don't want a single penny from you. Remember, unlike the sneaky trading bots littering the internet, Cobalt Code members trade fewer times per day but make more profits, between $12,875 and $17,689 every single day. It's the definition of risk-free, because as soon as you push the button on this page, we'll get you set up and profiting within minutes. And you'll just be a few clicks away from your first thousands of dollars in profits on the very first day. And in case you're still on the fence, let me reassure you that all of the footage you've seen in this short presentation has been fully certified by an independent law firm. See, there is literally no reason not to take the next logical step and test this mass money-making system for yourself. Unless, of course, you feel like you're not ready to make massive cash profits like this. See, right here, right now, is literally that moment in your life. That moment when luck is finally on your side. That moment when you finally have a very real chance to break free from a system hell-bent on keeping you down. That moment when you can finally make serious, life-changing money on complete autopilot. Call it good luck if you like, But whatever you do, do not hesitate. Push any negative thoughts, fears, and doubts aside, because right now is the time to act. Just a few moments from now, you can be pressing that button that starts money flooding into your bank account. You can be making a minimum of $12,000 up to $17,000 per day just a few clicks from now. Do not miss this opportunity. You literally have nothing to lose. I personally guarantee this will work for you. The Cobalt Code membership you're about to gain full access to has already turned dozens of complete beginners just like you into millionaires.
Hello, my name is Ross Adamson, and I've been trying to make money on the internet for a very long time. Trying this system, that system, and without any success whatsoever. When Grant suggested I use his Cobalt Code system, I was frankly very suspicious. But he was very insistent. So I said, what do I got to lose? I'll give it a go. So after 1 day of operation, 1 day, of hitting the Trade Now button whenever I received a profit signal, I made over $17,000. 1 day. Now, after several weeks of operation and $100,000, I decided to put it on auto trade and let it do its thing. I am now over $1 million richer, and all due to Grant and his Cobalt Code system. I can't recommend this highly enough. If you want to try something that works, go to Grant and his Cobalt Code system. It's changed my life completely. It's turned it upside down in a good way. Thank you very much, Grant. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
Everything is in place for the next person to make life-changing profits to be you. But please be aware, you must act right now. We only have a highly limited number of these exclusive licenses available. Any second now, the last copy could be snapped up, and the doors will be closed permanently. Once these final copies are gone, they're gone. There will be no takebacks, no second chances. Just that hollow feeling in your stomach when you realize you just missed the chance of a lifetime. I really can't stress enough how much of a mistake it would be to sleep on it. Do not think for a second you can come back later, as it will simply be too late. This golden opportunity will be gone forever, and you will no longer be able to qualify to join me and take possession of your own personal copy of this unique money-making system. There really is no risk in clicking the button next to this video. There are no costs and no fees to use the Cobalt Code Auto Profit software. It's simply yours to keep. All you have to do is say, I want this, I'm ready for this, and stake your claim by clicking the button next to this screen. Take advantage of this unique, once-only opportunity to finally start making real money right now, today. There is literally no reason not to click the button next to this screen. Take this important first step to secure your spot. Your chance to generate life-changing profits right now. Your chance to generate huge sums of money day in, day out, year in, year out. This is it. Your chance. Your life. Literally seconds from now, you can set up your first push button profits and earn hundreds, even thousands of dollars today. Don't wait another second. Sign up on this page right now, and we'll explain everything to you on the very next page. Unbelievable, life-changing cash profits are just a few clicks away. Do it now. Push the button on this page right now. Within minutes from now, you'll have full unlimited access to your cash profits in your account. This will be your money, your funds to withdraw and spend as you like. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to see you making cash profits like this. See with your own eyes the truth behind making real money each and every day. Activate your cash account right now, and I'll speak to you on the very next page. Your new life of stress-free profits, freedom, and ease is right in front of you. Reach out and take it. Do it now. Push the button on this page now. Do it now, and I'll see you on the inside. Push the button on this page right now.